What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Friday, May 30th, 2025, and we are back with another live here on the Torian Rain Reloaded channel. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you are new. And if you are new, I'm glad that you are here. Make sure to hit the bell twice to be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live, or join the Discord, and the notifications will for sure go out in there. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the mods, all the members, everybody over there on Patreon. If for any reason you may not be able to catch this live in real time, shout out to the replay gang. Before we get into everything this evening, let me see who is here so far. We have Dimpleface, SD Johnson, Irvin Green, Reparations Nation, Hurricane Nisi, Dark Titan, Wallow J, Guy. Who else we got in here? Simo 27, Ruvinci, Tidra, Raging Woody, D Money, Missions Vision, Dre, and that is it so far. For those who are unaware, that is the official Bed Bucking / Blacaren theme song. So if you ever hear me see it live, that happens, that is their song. And from now going forward, that is a song that'll play in the background whenever I do a Blacaren or a Big Bucking examination. So yes, we are back here to talk again, unfortunately, about Tiny Terry. And what initially was going to be one video that we was going to go over turned into two, thanks to another video that he decided he was going to post earlier today that kind of plays off similarly to the first one that I knew I was going to go over for sure. So Tiny Terry decides that he's going to go onto Twitter, and this was like last week, I believe, and say that Black people need to cut out all the victim stuff. And I said that's the pot calling the kettle black, because the last video I did on him, he was talking about how he was doing the victimhood dabbling himself. See, these Black conservatives contradict themselves all the time. That is why it is so easy for them to be debunked, which we're going to go over today. So I hope y'all are going to be able to be locked in for the next hour or so, because that's about how long we're going to be here discussing this. So let me go ahead and share my screen right quick, and we can go ahead and get this thing started. But of course, you know, Tiny Terry never can just post anything without having to leave these elongated soliloquies before he actually gets to the point. And again, shout out to everybody who has come into the chat so far that I didn't get a chance to acknowledge. Again, make sure y'all, if y'all haven't done so already, to hit the like button. So this is what little Tiny Terry had to say back on May 20th. In all caps, he said, "Black people, quit the victim BS." Then he goes on to say, slavery's been over for 150 years. Stop milking it. It's not holding you back. That's a pathetic excuse for laziness. He said, "I was a foster kid and received 0 handouts, yet I built my food company, cousintees.com, and published 2 books." Now, I want you to understand something. This is what I'm talking about when I say when they can't get anywhere else, they return to factory reset settings. And it also goes back to my motto: the foundation of every grifter's grift is the degradation of Black people, especially foundational Black Americans. That's what he's doing right here, and he's doing it in order to sell his whack pancakes and his whack 2 books. That's how he can get eyes here, and he knows it because he knows what kind of audience he has. So in order to, because he can't sell it organically, he doesn't have a solid business plan whatsoever. I bet you if we was to ask Tiny Terry his business model, what his business plan is, he couldn't even present it. And if he did, it would be so janky that it would look like an elementary school level student made it. He goes on to say, "People of all colors have struggled and had a tough life. You live in the land of opportunities. Let go of the victimhood mentality. You can do whatever you put your mind to. I'm living proof. I had rough childhood, but no one ever said life would be easy. I encourage you to read my book. Here comes the selling point. I encourage you to read my book, and I hope it will motivate you to chase your dreams and let go of the victim mentality. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. He said all of that just to sell his book. He had to throw black people under the bus to sell his whack products. And it says from the foster house to the White House and the little kid who can. What do you mean from the foster house to the White House? You don't even live there. You just frequently pop up. And the thing is, he can't even frequently pop up, only when it's some kind of event where he thinks he's invited. What do you mean from the foster house to the White House? He made it seem like he's the president. When I talk about delusional, this is what I'm talking about right here. And then he says, if you're interested, you can find my books and food here. So again, he's throwing us under the bus to sell his whack products because he can't sell it any other way. Now, bear with me, people. This video is 8 minutes and 56 seconds long. So let's see what this fool about to say.
Black people, we have to stop. We have to stop with this victimhood mentality. It has to end now, okay? And before y'all say anything, hear me out. Before you say anything about me, hear me.
Here's the thing. We've already heard him so many times, so we already know he's about to sound like a broken record. That's why he's so easy to debunk. What have I told y'all? They don't veer from the script. They always say the same thing over and over again. They might say it differently, slightly. They might throw a different word in there, maybe, but they never go off script. Whether it's coming from the same person or a different person, they all sound the same. They're going to say something about accountability. They're going to say, stop being lazy. You live in the land of opportunities. They might throw in Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. I don't know. It's the same song and dance. That's why when people say, Torrin, I don't know how you do it, I say it's easy. It's actually very therapeutic for me, actually. Remember, this is the same guy that said, if you don't like what I have to say, just simply block me. Why? So we don't call out your tap dancing? Oh, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to keep you around until you get your wake-up call. Then we'll ignore you because the rest of the society has chosen to ignore you. Why do you think no one talks about Omarosa anymore? Why do you think people don't talk about Paris Denard anymore or Stacey Dash? Because they all got their wake-up calls and no one talks about them anymore, which is why we have what point we have to do doing commentaries about them. So until he gets his wake-up call, we're going to continue to call out his behavior.
Me out. I lived that life. I was raised in the foster care system. I was raised in the system. My mother was addicted to crack cocaine. My father was addicted to crack cocaine.
Was this when now it's starting to make sense if this is indeed true? Were they addicted while she was pregnant with you? Because now, if that is the case, it's all starting to make sense now.
My mother had 9 children that she could not take care of, okay? And we lived in the most terrible conditions. Sitting off to the children's shelter, bounced from home to home, been through hell as a child, been through things that you couldn't even imagine. And I'm telling you, as a person who went through the system, that you have to let this victimhood mentality go.
And let me just say that PC, well, them bots under his page that claim to be his followers that ain't buying his stuff, which is why he's doing this, are of course eating this up and amening it. Because he says the things that they want to say, but don't have the balls to do it. Don't get it twisted. They can't stand him, which is why they don't buy his stuff. Which is why he has to peddle his products out there like this. Look, I didn't even peep the background, but look at all the stuff that he has in the background. Notice every time he makes a video, he always does it from this same room, his kitchen, in that same spot to advertise his products. And the same products are always there. He never does it from anywhere else. The only time he's talking about something that's not involving, well, where his products aren't around him, is when he is quote unquote invited to go to the White House, because he can't bring his products with him, even though he be begging. Well, he can't beg Elon anymore because he's out, but he be begging Trump to make him pancakes. I told you, this guy wants to be the help.
You don't need DEI. No. You do not know.
See, and again, he screwed up again. DEI doesn't even benefit black people even remotely on the same level as it benefits white women. So again, he's on here just babbling per usual. And that's another thing that these conservatives do, is they just ramble on and on and on. Nothing of substance leaves their mouth, and nothing comes from that primordial ooze they call a brain and leaves out of their mouth.
You don't need reparations. No.
There he says we don't need reparations. Notice he went from we. He started off saying we to you. Notice they always do that pivot. They start with we as if they're included, and then they do you as if they're separated.
Nobody living, y'all, it is the year 2025, okay? Nobody living today owned a slave. And you were never a slave.
But you're a slave. You're a slave to that big giant hat on your head. Without it, you are nothing. Actually, he's nothing with it, to be quite honest. It's funny he talks about we aren't slaves when we're literally hearing from a slave right here on the screen right now. He would never call himself that. Well, if a white person told him that, he probably would agree.
Don't nobody owe you land. No, they don't. They don't. Nobody living today ever put you in chains. Nobody living today has ever slaved you. You do not have a slave owner.
But you do. Or at the very least, you have handlers. And I'll be glad the day when they cut them strings from you. Sort of like what they did with Pinocchio. Then he'll truly be out of our lives.
You don't even have a former slave owner. Nobody living today in America owned a slave. So we have to let that go for one. I'm not telling you to forget about the past. I'm telling you not to live in the past that you never lived in. You can't let something that happened centuries ago hold you back. The only person that is holding you back is you.
Something just tells me his breath stinks. Like, I just feel like he could short circuit a light bulb without it being screwed into the fixture. Something just feels like he just has bad oral health. I don't know. It just looks like his breath stink. I don't know. It just does. Yeah, Wallow J, we catching all the screenshots today.
You. Because you think you're a victim and you're not. You're not a victim. You're not. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Y'all, you can give me every excuse in the world. Well, I grew up poor. Well, this happened to me when I was this age. Well, I grew up this way. I didn't have this. I didn't have that. Same here.
And look at what you had to do in order to get to the platform you have right now. Imagine, and see, I want y'all to understand something. This is the type of Negro they like. This is what they want. You see how this is on your screen right here. Another screenshot, y'all. This is what they wish. The American dream for most PC people is for us as Black Americans to act in the same vein as that. This is what they want us to be. This feckless, spineless, jellyback amphibian right here is what they want us all to be. How we think, that is us going against the order of things. It is going against the pecking order, the structure. We are considered a threat. This is considered safe for them because they know they got him by the balls. And he knows it too. And he probably cackles every, I was going to say something. I'm not going to go that far.
I had a tough life. I don't remember anybody saying that life would be easy. You're not the only one that's going through things. You are not the only one that had a hard life. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When I was in the foster care system.
And he tried to make it seem like him being in the foster care system is unique. It's a lot of people that's in the foster care system. And not a lot of, and to speak as if like it's a lot of people there, like that's crazy. That is crazy. But again, he's doing this to try to sell his products. So throw us under the bus in order to do it. And notice they only do it to us. He's not going to do this to any other group. He definitely ain't going to do it to PC. That's for sure. He is not going to do that.
When I was living in a children's shelter, there were white kids in there, Hispanic kids, brown, black, white, people of all colors. I was not the only one. Okay? And I'm not downplaying what anybody has been through. So don't get me wrong, okay? If you had a tough life growing up, that is so sad. But when you become of age, once you become an adult, you have to grow up. You have
yet to grow up. Mentally, this dude is a child. Okay? And mind you, this dude is like maybe 2 years from 40. In case y'all were unaware. Little tiny Terry is knocking on 40. He may not look it, but he is. He's older than me by like 2 years. I always say age does not define maturity, and this is a perfect example of that. What's going on, LVZ?
You literally have to start taking responsibility for yourself.
There's the accountability. What did I tell you? I knew he was going to say something along those lines of accountability.
Once you become of age.
It's no point, D-Money. He's on here babbling. I told you, it is a point. He's throwing us under the bus to promote his products that's in the back because they can't sell themselves. So what is his marketing scheme? Oh, let me get on here and babble for 9 minutes about Black people need to get over slavery and Black people need to stop being victims. Oh, I was in the foster care system. Oh, both of my parents were strung out. Oh, I came from not a household with 9 siblings. Oh, I have 2 books. Oh, I have pancakes and chicken and mix and syrup and all of that. If I can do it, you can do it too. No one would ever debase themselves. Well, I can only speak for myself. I would never debase myself in the same vein that he did for anything. He thinks what he's doing is so noble and should be applauded and that it should be rewarded, and it's not.
You can't blame everything that's going on in your life on the past forever, okay? Let go of the victimhood mentality.
Let go of that hat. Let go of those dry pancakes. Let go of those whack books. Oh, well, you know what? I don't even have to tell him to let go of that stuff because it's not selling. I mean, this guy is the same one that thought he was going to be able to compete with Meghan Markle, and she outsold his stuff in less time than it took him to sell maybe 100, if he sold 100. And she just got started, and he been doing this since what, 2021? He thought that because they snatched off Aunt Jemima's face off of the products, well, not so much snatch her face off, but changed the name, that was his opportunity to get in and try to replicate that. And it didn't work. He's been doing this since 2021. It's 2025, and he hasn't even made as far as I know, turned a profit yet. It's a failed business. You are a failure. You failed in business, you failed in life, and you're failing in grifting. In baseball, that's called 3 strikes. And last time I checked, 3 strikes, you're out. There's other things he failed in as well, but I can't think of all of them at the moment.
You don't need a handout to make it. You don't need money from the white man.
You do. You do. Which is why you're doing all of this. Apparently, you need money from white people because they're the only ones that's buying your products, and apparently enough of them aren't buying it. So that's what you need. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call projection. He's projecting right now.
You don't need money from the government. All you need is work ethic. All you need is the only thing you really need to do is chase your dreams. Try hard, work hard.
And I don't know if he if he was in front of me, I would ask him, does what he's doing right now, does that constitute as work? Because in my eyes, in my viewpoint, this is not work.
That's all. It's that simple. And I did that. I'm speaking from experience. I could have went down the route of being a drug dealer. I could have done that. I could have been a drug dealer.
Somehow I doubt it. I'm looking at if this is his person. Well, this is who he is. I highly doubt he would make it. I'm just saying. He can't even sell pancakes, but he thinks he can be out here selling narcotics. If you don't go sit, well, he's already sitting. Well, go sit outside or something. I don't know.
I was around drugs all the time. I've seen people cook crack cocaine.
You can't even cook your pancakes.
My own family cooking it right in front of me as a child.
And you didn't pick up no cooking skills for them whack dry pancakes. Sad, just sad.
Out. I could have chose that path, but I didn't. Oh yeah, you have a choice. Oh yeah, you do have a choice. Once you become of age, you have a choice. So choose the right path. And that path is not the victimhood mentality path.
But that's what you know what? And I'm gonna prove to y'all after I go over the next video that him talking about this victim mentality, he's a hypocrite because someone got some screenshots where he was doing just that, playing the victim. But we'll get there.
You know what I did? Let go of that victimhood mentality. Okay? Started chasing my dreams.
What dream is that? Tiny Terry, you can't tell me this is the path that you thought you had laid out for yourself. Like I refused, but maybe it is because the first time we got exposed to him, he was eating fried chicken on live and had the chicken skin all over his face and grease around his mouth. So maybe this was the path that was laid out. Let me just tell you something. The people that do stuff like this have a lot of nerve calling us lazy because this is one of the most laziest things you can do to get attention and money. This requires no skill. Just put a camera on, get on camera. Don't even have to wear a MAGA hat and just start talking bad about black people and boom. All the views come in, all the engagement comes in, and then after that, all the money starts raking in. That requires no skill. What he's doing, a caveman can do it.
Started my see this back here?
Now here's the promo, y'all. Here's the promo.
Started my own business.
Is it your business? Is it really? Because people have been questioning, is it really your business?
Cousin T's pancakes. Is it easy? No.
We know that because they're not selling. That's why you got to get on here and talk about us and then try to as a selling point. We know they're not selling. We know they're not moving. They're not, and guess what? They're not going to be on Amazon. They're not going to be in Walmart. They're not going to be in Kroger or Giant or Safeway. I don't know if they're still around, but if they are, they're not going to be in Food Lion. They're not even going to be in the Piggly Wiggly. or the IGA or any other grocery store chain that I can't. They're not going to be in Ralph's. They're not going to be anywhere except that blog looking website that you have with that high priced, expensive product that people don't really care about. Like, why in the world would I buy that when I can go get a box of Krusties for less than $5? Why would I buy that when I can go to Costco and get a big box of Kodiak protein pancakes for under $20? That'll last me for at least 2 months.
But guess what? Nothing is, whoever said anything would be easy. As someone who's been in the, as someone who has been in the system, was in a foster care system, I'm here to tell you that whatever you want to be or do in this country, you can do it. As long as you try, work hard, and don't expect some.
And I'm trying to think out, who is he talking to exactly? Because we can name several Black people who aren't even celebrities that are more successful than he is. So exactly who is he talking to? We know who he's talking about. He's talking about us, but you know what? Rhetorical question. He's talking to white people, y'all. He's not telling us, because truth be told, a lot of Black people don't know who this guy is outside of us. A lot of Black people don't know who this guy is. I was looking at someone's comment section who was clowning him earlier today, as a matter of fact, and a lot of people in the comment section said, "Who is this guy?" He thinks he's more important than he actually is. He thinks a lot of Black people are aware of who he is. I'm here to burst this bubble. A lot of Black people don't know who you are and don't care.
Somebody just to give you something. It's that simple, people. It's that simple. Okay? Let the victimhood mentality go. Let's stop fighting with white people. Let's stop all of this, okay?
There he is. There. Now here's the part where he's throwing the cape on for them, saying stop fighting with white people. That again, he's telling on himself with every word that he says. As every second goes by, stop fighting with white people, because white people, they're not your enemy. And he's only saying that because they're the ones that are there, giving him a pat on the head.
Let's stop it. We're not
yes,
the only
ones. Yeah, Miss Nisa, I'm gonna drop the link.
We are not. Black people are not the only. Or Black people are not the only ones that has had a hard life.
Now look at what he's doing right here. He's basically, I mean, the amount of contradictions he did in this one video is crazy. But he literally is telling Black people, us, to put our stuff on the back burner because in his eyes, we're not that important. But let everyone else's plight go above ours, mainly white people.
Let's be real. I'm not here to stir the pot. I'm here to just tell people, let the victimhood mentality go.
Maybe you should stir the pot, and maybe if you did, you could actually make some decent goddamn pancakes.
Okay, just let it go. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I am a prime example.
Oh, people have been. Wait a minute. Do y'all hear this? He actually thinks he's that. He thinks he's that much up in success. It's people that have been doing this longer than he has and has done it better. Again, he think another thing with these conservatives is they think they're the magical Negro. They think they are the one above all. They think that they are somehow special, that they have been touched by an angel or a warlock or a wizard or a witch or something. I don't know who told them that. But they are dead wrong.
Regardless of everything that I've been through, I live in the greatest country in the world, which is America, and this is the land of the opportunity. This is the land of the opportunity. Land of opportunity.
But this is the same guy that is upset about what Terry, I got a question. Because I think he was against illegal immigration. What is your stance on? I'm talking as if he's here. I wonder what his stance is on with Trump allowing those white South Africans, quote unquote, to be in here under the lie of them being genocided out in South Africa. Because we know what he had to say about the rather melanated ones. But I didn't see not one post of him going against Trump allowing them in. You know what, Terry? I hope they come live near or around you and show you so much hostility if they do.
The land of the free. You are free to chase your dreams. I did look. And I never imagined starting a business.
We know, and we still don't believe he started a business, but carry on.
I really want to motivate y'all and inspire y'all to let that victimhood mentality go.
An inspiration to who? To who? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who is he being an inspiration? Hey, let me know in the chat, y'all. Is Tiny Terry inspiring you in any capacity? Is he an inspiration to you?
And you know what else I did? I wrote a book.
Here's the promotion of the book, y'all. So again, he had to throw us under the bus to promote his pancakes and now his book.
From the Foster House to the White House.
Look at this cover, y'all. Look at it. Look at it.
Talking about my journey. And if one of y'all want a free book, just let me know.
Hey, he only can. Hey, that's the only way he can push that book because it ain't no one gonna buy it. Hey, that's the only. I wouldn't pay for that in dust. A free book. Hey, if you want a free book, just let me know. Exactly, because that's the only way people gonna buy that. Well, get that book is for free.
And I will send it to you so you can read it. And this book can probably help you let go of the victimhood mentality.
I bet you that book is filled with nothing but a bunch of nonsense. This is the same guy that felt that he deserved a comedy TV show. Yet people was leaving reviews talking about this is one of the worst stand-up shows they've ever been to, and they put stand-up in quotations because it wasn't stand-up. And why is he? Did y'all hold on? I just realized this. Hold on, y'all. Let me.
Mentality.
Why is he fumbling with the book like he's? You know how people shuffle papers and they bang it on the table to get all the paper leveled out. Why is he doing that with his book? It's one book that you said hey, I'll send this book to you for free because he can't sell it. Anyway, y'all, how y'all doing out there? Let me know the temperature in the chat. This is funny. This is hilarious. That's why I say I don't lose any sleep over this. My heart rate is barely jumping. It is very calm right now because it is so funny to me. It is hilarious about how important he thinks he is. Now, y'all, unfortunately, we have one additional video to go over. Because this time now, he basically did the same thing he did in the previous video, but now he's deciding, let me go ahead and bring black celebrities and black public figures into this because it wasn't enough for me to drive my point home talking about regular black folks. Let me go and talk about the upper echelon black folks too, and basically say the same exact thing that I said a few hours before. So what is he saying right here? LeBron James is a coward and a sellout. They love going after LeBron. It says, to those saying I sold out my people, which would be true. Last I checked, my people are all Americans, not just one race. Y'all listen to what he just said there. To those saying I sold out my people, last I checked, my people are all Americans, not just one race. So that is telling you right there what little tiny Terry just said right there, that he is not of the community, and that's fine because you aren't. You have declared that a line has been drawn in the sand. You are an other. You are on the other side. Don't say hello. He also goes on to say, I've never taken a dime to support Trump or anyone else. Lies. Pure, unadulterated, flat out diabolical lies. He says, unlike LeBron, Michelle, or Oprah, I don't play the race or victim card. I share my story of growing up in foster care. So again, he's repeating the same thing. To inspire, not to hate on America. I built my food company on Cousin T's from the ground up and wrote books to motivate others. My past struggles fuel my drive, not division. If you're interested, you can find my books and food here at Cousin T's. Oh, Dre. Oh, Dre, speaking of, I saw your what live you are planning to do tomorrow morning. I will be up for that. I can't wait to see what that discussion is going to be about. Now he's wait a minute. Didn't he have the wait a minute. Did he record this video the same day? Because that looks like the same shirt. That is the same shirt. So he recorded 2 videos in the same day, in the same spot, literally what looks to be about the same thing. Y'all, let's just get through this, y'all. This one is 9 minutes.
Somebody, anybody, to get this video to the clowns who said I sold my own people out. Get this video to them. And first of all, my own people. Last time I checked, I am an American. So my people are the American people, not just black people, okay? Get this to the clowns like LeBron James, Michelle Obama, that fake wannabe pastor Jamal Bryant, who attacked us for going to the.
Unfortunately, Dimpleface, I can't speed it up because this is this is. Wait a minute. Actually, I didn't think I could. I actually can. Hold on, because I thought that you can only do this on YouTube. First of all, those people that he mentioned are not talking about. They don't know you. See, this is what I'm talking about. He thinks he's so important. No, they don't know you. Why would the people you just mentioned mention you by name? He wishes they mentioned him so he could feel some level of importance, but they don't know you. Please, someone point me to the direction of the video where any of the people that he just said Terrence K. Williams is selling out his own people. I need to see that video because I swear the dude has imaginary figures living in his head. Because it's not a brain being occupied up there. It is an empty hollow shell, and it is nothing but a bunch of empty vessels just chatting with each other, and he regurgitates out into the ether whatever it's saying.
White House for Black History Month. Get this to the fools like D.L. Hughley, that washed up comedian who.
Now, I can't stand D.L. Hughley. I really can't, especially in these last few years, because that man has been tap dancing like he is about to be on Broadway or something like that. But at least he had a stand-up career. He had a level of success. He had an actual TV show, the same thing that Terrence wishes he could have. At least he could get to a point where he could be called a washed up comedian. Dude, you haven't even gotten to the point where you've washed. You stink. You are funky.
Who attacked black Trump supporters like he don't have anything else to do with it with himself.
You don't have nothing else to do with yourself except to get on here and regurgitate the same thing that you said like maybe an hour prior to making this video. He's saying the same thing, but this time he has to go after celebrities. Like they know who he is.
And y'all, I've been going through my bank statements all day. I've been on the phone with the bank. I haven't seen one transaction, not one transaction, showing that I sold black people out.
Y'all give me a minute, okay? Just give me a moment, a second, okay? Just to register what he just said. If that's his attempt at making a joke, again, failed. Just like everything else in his life, failed.
I have not seen one damn transaction showing that I sold my so-called own people out. And for the fools, for the clowns that say that I accepted a check to support Trump, I checked with my accountants. I went through all my bank statements.
God knows he probably wishes he could get a check for all the butt kissing he's done, because he ain't getting a good check from selling those pancakes on his book. Oh, I can't wait to drop this link.
I have not received one check from President Donald J. Trump. Never in my life have I received a check from President Trump. I have never in my life received a check from the Trump campaign or anybody related to President Trump. I haven't received a check from any of his friends.
Whoever told me to put this on 1.25 speed, you are so petty for that. Because with all that head bobbling, I mean, this dude is like, between the eyes bucking and the head bopping, I'm surprised his MAGA hat didn't fly off across the room.
So please show me where I was paid by President Trump. Show me where I made millions of damn dollars supporting Trump. Oh, please show me. Oh, please show me.
I gotta play that again. That was funny. That was funny. This guy is like, if you pumped foghorn leghorn with a bunch of helium. That's what he sounds like. I say.
Or anybody related to President Trump. I haven't received a check from any of his friends. So please show me where I was paid by President Trump. Show me where I made millions of damn dollars supporting Trump. Oh, please show me. Please show me where the...
What is that? What was that? What is that? You want to know what's so crazy? This guy gets on here, and again, I don't feel any type of way when it comes to Jasmine Crockett. He gets on here and he cosplays Jasmine Crockett every chance he gets, because in his eyes, she's presented herself as ratchet or ghetto. What is he doing right here? Because in my eyes, this would be seen as ratchet and ghetto, everything that he claims not to be or to imitate when it comes to her. It's just that now he doesn't have on a wig. He's not wearing the suit like that she be wearing, or he doesn't be trying to throw on her accent, even though they both live in Texas and they both have a dialect. I'm just saying.
Money at? Where is the money? Because I called the post office too. A check never came.
So performative, y'all. So performative.
So where is this money that I received from President Trump? Where are these millions? Because I sure do need it. I sure do need it. And where is this money that I made?
He be killing me with that laugh he be doing. I don't know what that laugh is supposed to be. If he thinks that's supposed to be funny, that's not funny either.
Selling black people out. Where is that money at? Because if somebody wrote me a check, I'm going to show cash it.
We know you would. We know you would. And we're sure you've cashed a lot of checks. A lot of them. But still not enough to, you know what? Let me let that go.
I wouldn't turn down a check from President Trump.
We know you wouldn't, and we sure you haven't. And it's funny that he, in the previous video, he was talking about how black people need to stop talking about reparations, because if he is indeed FBA, which if he is, he would be entitled to one, he wouldn't turn that down either. See, a lot of these people who are of the lineage, who tap dance, who say that black people don't need reparations, this and the third, they're lying. If they were able to get millions of dollars from a debt that was owed to them, they would be the first ones in line. As a matter of fact, they would probably bogart you out of the line just to get your spot if you were near the front. So when they sit up there and say that they won't, they are lying to you.
But I never got a check from him.
A pork and bean, you know what? Good catch. It does sound like the Woody Woodpecker laugh a little bit.
So for all you clowns that are saying that
imagine that, a clown calling others a clown.
Sold my own people out, you guys are the sellouts.
Oh, really? Now, please do tell us more.
Not me.
Oh, listen, y'all, he is denying the inevitable. He's saying he's not a sellout. I gotta hear this.
Not Trump supporters. Because we want the best for every single American. You guys are the sellouts. LeBron James, you supposedly come from the bottom. You supposedly grew up poor, grew up with absolutely nothing. But you, people like you and Michelle Obama, y'all do whatever. Y'all literally wake up in the morning just to keep black people down.
Look at him with his hand on his hip like a typical Karen. He think he said something. We've been on here listening to this video for 3 minutes and 24 seconds, and he sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Because all y'all do is lie to black people. All y'all do is tell black people that they don't have opportunities when y'all sitting in multi-million-dollar homes.
I don't know about you, but I don't remember LeBron James telling black people that we didn't have opportunities. But then again, I don't be listening to a lot of these celebrities anyway. So I would like, it's funny he's saying this, but he doesn't put proof of them saying any of this. He's just saying it. And then on top of that, in the post, he didn't even tag the people that he's apparently roasting or calling out.
Oprah's a billionaire, and y'all telling black people they don't have rights in America, they don't have opportunities, that the system is rigged against black people and they can never make it. Well, why is it that a bunch of these rich, wealthy black people are telling other black people that they can't make it? Maybe because y'all want all the money to yourself.
Y'all, I swear, the sass that is oozing from this thing. I thought, okay, I got a question for y'all, and y'all can put it in the chat. I wish I could have put this as a poll, but I can't, so I'll just ask it. Who do y'all think is more sassier? Terrence K. Williams or Roland Martin?
Y'all want all the money to yourselves. That's probably what it is, because it don't make any sense at all. I have never sold anybody out. I have never sold my soul at all.
He probably can't. He probably can't sell his soul because he can't afford to do so. It probably costs a lot of money to sell your soul, and he can't afford to do it. But God knows if he could afford it, he would. And honestly, I think he sold pieces of it, but not the whole thing.
Y'all think? Do y'all really think that? Do you not know? People lose their jobs. People have lost their jobs for supporting Trump. People have literally lost opportunities for supporting Trump. And you think people jump on you think, and I've been a Trump supporter since 2016. You actually think that people like me, who's been on the Trump train for years, you think we really?
What's the Trump train? That reminds me of that drop that that KG had about the Trump train, and he's saying choo choo, and the train comes and crashes. Yeah, we know you've been on the Trump train, and that train been derailed. I don't know why you're still there. You should be trying to walk to see if you can get yourself to safety.
Really sold our souls? When literally for the last 8 years, we have been demonized, called deplorables, called garbage. They call us cult members, racist, everything. Call us every name in the book. But you think I sold my soul? You out your damn mind. You are out your monkey ass mind if you think I sold my soul. And then for y'all fools to say,
"Ooh, y'all, hey, listen, Tiny Terry got so upset he started to cuss. That doesn't sound very Christian-like. Isn't he a Christian or claims to be one? I don't know." And shout out to Key Prince for being a member for 22 months. She said, "Why Tiny Tim's still crying?" First off, thank you for being a member for 22 months. And honestly, I don't know. At this point, we're just laughing at this. This is just entertainment because none of what he's saying makes a lick of sense.
Say, "Oh, I sold my soul."
But that's fine because guess what? MAGA's going to dissolve soon. And what Tiny Terry going to do then?
For a pancake company. Are you freaking stupid?
Y'all, I just almost fell out my chair. This crash out is one for the books. I almost fell out of my chair. I had to catch myself.
Everything. Call us every name in the book. But you think I sold my soul? You out your damn mind. You are out your monkey ass mind if you think I sold my soul. And then for y'all fools to say, "Oh, I sold my soul for a pancake company." Are you freaking stupid?
I might have to make that into a drop. Are you freaking stupid? Oh, y'all. Woo! This is pure comedy. This is pure unadulterated comedy right here. I'm about to lose my voice. I'm over here sweating and the air is on. I almost got tears in my eyes. I almost fell out my chair. This is crazy. This is wild.
I started this pancake company from scratch.
Too bad your pancakes look like they were made from a scratch because I don't know what. Have y'all seen the videos of him making these so-called pancakes? Remember that one time I had a little crash out because he kept nursing that pancake in the pan. I said, just flip the pancake. He up there just shuffling it in the pan. It's done. Well, it didn't look done, but flip it.
But you know why they really hate me? Because I'm telling black people that they do have opportunities. And you know why else they hate me? It's because I have a story to back it up. Because I have a story to back it up. I am living proof. And that's why they really hate me, because I'm living proof. And as some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, I grew up in the foster care system.
Okay, well, you get it. You said it already. You said it like 2 hours ago that you grew up in the foster care system. What else do you have to tell? And shout out to SD Johnson for the 10. They said, "Petty Debbie, we need you from laughing this hard." Oh, do you now? Hold on. You said you do?
Addicted to crack cocaine. 9 children, 6 different baby daddies. To the clowns.
Oh shoot. Wait, I missed and pressed the wrong button. Sorry, y'all.
I am living proof. And that's why they really hate me, because I'm living proof. And as some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, I grew up in the foster care system. Mother addicted to crack cocaine. 9 children, 6 different baby daddies.
He telling it all, y'all. This is some stuff I didn't even know. Now, the part about, him being in foster care, I knew that. But he's telling all his little story like we care.
I lived a tough life, a hard life. Bounced throughout the system, half my childhood. And guess what? I'm here to tell you.
Shout out to AW1 for being a member for 36 months. That's crazy, but I appreciate it. He said, "Man, this fool is crashing all the way out." Yeah, he is. And he does that quite often. He does it quite often, and it's hilarious to watch. Like how we're just cracking up now. I laughed more in this video than I have in the last few lives that I've done about these fools. It's hilarious to me. And it's Friday too. Let's continue.
America is the greatest country in the world. That you do have opportunities. That you do have rights in America as a black person. So do not listen to those fools. See,
wait a minute. What? Why did he say it like that? Why did he say it like that? Let me see this. It's little stuff like this that's funny to me.
I tell you, America is the greatest country in the world. That you do have opportunities. That you do have rights in America as a black person. So do not listen to those fools.
So do not listen to those fools. I gotta play that one more time because that was funny. That's funny.
That you do have opportunities. That you do have rights in America as a black person. So do not listen to those fools. See, they don't want me to talk because I'm living proof. I am living proof that the American dream is real.
No, we'd rather you not talk because you're not making any sense. You're just babbling. No one cares. Nobody cares.
No matter where you come from, no matter what color your skin is, I am living proof.
Dimple Face, you are funny for that one. All I hear is hated it.
LeBron James should be encouraging LeBron James, Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama. They all should be encouraging black people to get up and chase their dreams. They should be praising the American dream. But no. They don't care about anybody but themselves. So, for the people that said I sold out, you are the real sellout. You should be ashamed of yourself.
So now I think we found. I think we have found Tiny Terry's weak spot. I think we have finally found his weak spot after all these years. I think we finally found it. Besides him being a terrible chef and a very unfunny individual and a very annoying person, I think his weak spot is when people tell him that he is a sellout. Because why else would he crash out the way that he is right now? Because people told him the truth about himself. And the crazy part about it is, it could be a white person that would tell him that he sold out and he wouldn't crash out like this. But let a black person tell him that, then that's when he loses his, I would say loses his mind, but he would have had to have already had a mind to lose in order for him to have lost it. So he loses his marbles.
For trying to keep people down. But I'm living proof. And with this being foster care month, I'm going to share my story because I want to motivate and inspire people.
You are the last person that needs to motivate or inspire anybody in the foster care system. I'm just saying.
Even if it's just one person who is inspired by my story, I will be happy. But if I can do it, you can do it. That's what LeBron James should be telling people, but he's not. Okay? So since he's not doing it, I'm going to do it, okay? I come from nothing, from the bottom, been through hell, been through it all. But guess what? Life is not.
He said he's been through hell. Couldn't he go back there?
Easy for anyone, okay? Who said life would be easy? You gotta work hard. You gotta move on from whatever you've been dealing with.
Because apparently the things down there ain't gatekeeping hard enough. You let one of your little hellions just creep on out.
As a child, once you become an adult, you have to move on. You have to grow from whatever you've been through, okay? But you can do it. I literally, here's my book here. I'm gonna keep sharing this book because this book.
We know you're gonna keep sharing the book because you can't sell it. In the last video, you said I will give it to you for free.
Not all my story, not all of it, but most of it.
Yes, Key Prince, that is all, as far as I know, that is all of his products sitting right there in that cabinet for display. And guess where they're also displayed at? On his so-called website, where that's all they'll ever be is a display.
How I went from the foster house to the White House. Just my journey, okay? A very motivational and inspirational journey here. So if y'all can read this book, From the Foster House to the White House, and I have a kids version too. And I started my pancake company, Cousin T's. I did all of this despite growing up in foster care, despite not having anything growing up, despite having a hard life. You can't play the victim your whole life. You cannot do that, okay? You cannot play the victim your whole life. You just can't do it. It won't work. You won't go anywhere.
And Tiny Terry, you might need to look into getting maybe, instead of making pancakes, you might need to see if you can create a lotion line because them hands sound mighty dry. Y'all heard how dry his hand sounds as he was rubbing them together? he could literally start a fire with those hands, with how dry they sounded.
It won't get you anywhere. But anyways, get this to the fools who said I sold out, because I didn't. Okay? I love y'all. Y'all go try some of these great pancakes. I got fried chicken mix. I have buttermilk pancake mix. I have keto, protein, gluten-free, a whole lot of good stuff.
No one wants your crap. No one wants your pancakes. Nobody wants your syrup. Nobody wants your chicken. Nobody wants your book. None of that. Nobody. All right, y'all. So that was the last video. Give us a round of applause in the chat. Well, actually, a round of applause for me for getting through that crap with y'all. We made it through those videos, but now we're gonna go over these excuse me, these last two things, and then I'll drop the link. So remember how Tiny Terry was saying that you shouldn't be a victim and all this, that, and the third. Shout out to Jay Grimm the third. This is one of the people that can't stand Tiny Terry just like I can't, and they be going in on him. But they found this. They said, thing is, he cries about blacks playing victim when his playing victim is one of his prime sales tools. Look at these screenshots, all of him claiming to be a victim of some sort. He has been repeatedly asked to prove any of these, and he runs and hides, and he has zero credibility. So this is a post right here, one where he says he's getting death threats because they don't want my blackface on a pancake box and want me to stop selling pancakes. They won't do me like Aunt J. What, Aunt J? Why did you call her Aunt J? And I think I talked about this in a video, this same thing. Then he says, my 2-year anniversary for Cousin T's Pancake and Syrup just passed. I wouldn't have been able to do this without the support of all my American loving patriot brothers and sisters and all the people who have adopted me as their social media son. Let me tell you something right now. He is talking to white people when he says that. He said, many people said this wouldn't last a week and no stores will pick it up. Well, guess what? It may have lasted past the week, but still no stores have picked it up. He says they were right. A lot of stores won't take it because I'm a free-thinking black conservative. But I did make it into a Sedano supermarket. They took a chance on me just like y'all did. I don't know what a Sedano supermarket is. Maybe someone can let me know what that is. And he says, thank you for making my American dream come true. Then over here, he says, fellow patriot Terrence Williams here. And let me tell you, when I started Cousin T's, I knew we'd be in for a wild ride. But y'all, the left has gone off the deep end this time. We're talking about pancakes, folks. My fight, pancakes, and never surrender syrup. And these snowflakes are losing it. They ain't just mad. They're threatening to call all grocery stores to pull my products. I don't know why he's saying all grocery stores when allegedly it's only in one grocery store. Talking about some all grocery stores. He's screaming about hate speech because of some Trump pancakes. He says, give me a break. Even gotten death threats over Cousin T's. He said, this is absolutely crazy. They're so busy being offended. They forgot what America's all about. Freedom, choice, and a good old breakfast that doesn't bow to their woke agenda. What? He said, but here's the thing. We ain't backing down. This is bigger than pancakes. This is about showing the radical left that we won't be bullied. They call us, they threaten us, but guess what? We're doubling down. And then he says, here's what you need to join the fight with Cousin T's, and he leaves a link. James Smith says Sedano's is in South Florida. Okay, well, if I have anybody that lives in South Florida, can y'all go to that store and see if that pancake is there? I would love to know. I would really love to know. But I want to show this comment right here because this person right here left a comment underneath Tiny Terry's post and they got checked something serious. So we have this person named Krista Dunning who said that's what MAGA is. We are all about America and supporting each other regardless of race and gender. We don't see colors or differences. We understand that when we stand together with all of our differences, that's what makes us great. I've ordered your pancake mix before and it's amazing, and I will continue to support you because that's what we do. We lift and support each other. Don't worry about the other side. They're just mad because all they are capable of is hate, which is funny because look at this right here. Someone said, maybe you should just shut the F up with the we don't see differences BS. Literally the first post on your timeline where this person says, I swear, the same person, I swear to God, I thought this was an alien. Trust me, I would beat your A if you raised a hand to my kid. You could only make me scream by the way you look because I would kick your effing A and drag you onto the MFing curb. So that person got caught in a lie and they couldn't even respond after that because How could they debunk what they said? What was they going to say? All right, y'all. The time has come that I know y'all are waiting for. There's the link. Feel free to come right on up and let's have this discussion. I know it's a lot to talk about, and I know y'all got a lot to say. All right, first up, of course, Wallow, what's going on?
How you doing, brother Torn? How everybody in the chat doing?
What's going on?
I had to change it real quick. No, but this fool right here, man.
Oh, you got this. Oh, you got one of the screenshots.
Oh, I got plenty of screenshots. That's just one of them, sir. I mean, this mofo right here, man. I just don't. I just don't. I will never get how you sell out that much for these folks. I just don't get it. Is that like you doing all this tap dancing for some pancakes, some dry ass pancakes that you crashed out?
It's hilarious. I told you, it's hilarious.
Oh my goodness, family. That was a funny one, but I was like, yeah, like it. I'm at a point with him. I just don't even care anymore. I just don't. Uh-oh. And that ain't, hold on. No. I had two more I was going to show everybody. Hold on. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I mean, KG be proud of me. But anyway, man, his wake up call is gonna be the best. I would say probably the best one out of everybody because he just
I
do too
agree.
damn much.
I agree.
He do too much, man. Just do too much. I hate people that do too goddamn much. Like you coon, okay, cool. You want to coon, but damn, you coon. You got to talk about us like that. Like damn, I think him and
he's proving my model right. He's proving my model right.
I think him and Roland should have a zesty contest to see who's more zesty.
I don't think I want to see that.
Honestly, I would like to see that because I would love to see the snapping the fingers, the head pause, the head nodding and all that stuff. You know, rolling and then rolling like the curse too. Oh boy, I'm telling you right now, it's but the wake up call, family, is coming soon. Pause, but I'm gonna land my plane there, Torian.
B1. Shout out to you for coming up. All right, next up we got Jonathan. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Man, that was that was so embarrassing. Like,
and I feel bad for you, and I slightly feel a little bit bad for you, Jonathan, because y'all live in the same state. I don't think it's the same city, but it is the same state.
oh well, regardless, we don't claim him. I'm just sure he don't claim him. I'm glad he doesn't stay in Houston with me because if he did, and if I would have seen him in person, I would grab him and yoke him up and ask him what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you throw us like that? Why would you say all this stupid stuff you said on this video? And after that, if he can't say nothing, I'll just throw him like a tiny piece of paper that he is. And if he gets hit or bit by a dog, that's on him. Oh well. But yes, that was the only time he could make us laugh of the dumb stuff he did, trying to make himself sound like he's important. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, if LeBron were to watch this video and because someone told him that he mentioned him, LeBron would laugh his butt off and be like, who the hell is this big eye caca mother sucker trying to put me in this place, put me in my place? Yeah. And Michelle Obama, she if she heard it, she'd be like, I'll just slap his little butt and spray him his butt high with Raid. I'm talking about everybody. And Jasmine Crockett, oh, she gonna bust him up on his head with a baseball bat, asking him why the hell you imitate me with your gay ass. Yeah, all the stuff that he's doing, he's gonna get his. You know, that couldn't be mine. He imitated. He would have had this little behind toss all over the street. He need to chill out. He's just an embarrassing, and you know he getting pit in the head with those chicks artists pit in the head, and that's about it. But I will land my plane there before I get hit with the buzzer.
All right, appreciate you coming up. Shout out to Jonathan for coming up. All right, let's see, who do we got next? Oh, y'all know what time it is.
my command and reclaim these relics of hatred.
Hurricane Nisi, what's going on?
Well, I had to come up and check up on you, honey bunny. The way you was laughing, and you said you almost fell out your chair. I had to.
I really did, because like that one did make me laugh kind of hard that I leaned back in the chair a little bit and I felt myself about to fall out of it. But yeah. I know you got something to say because you asked early on, was I dropping the link?
Well, like you, there's no reason to get upset.
It isn't.
His face is the reason abortions are necessary.
Oh, wow.
And I told you the last time we spoke on this food, first of all, if I was pregnant with something like that, can we say wire hanger? There's no way I could birth something like that. No way. Anywho, how you been?
I have been good. I have been great. I hope you are doing the same.
Yes, I am doing the same. Oh, apologies. Good evening, family in the chat. How y'all doing? But I ain't got much to say about that food. The thumbnail, I'm looking at them biscuits. Them damn biscuits is mighty dry looking.
Just like his pancakes.
Aha! You have a good evening.
All right, you too. All right, shout out to Hurricane Nisi for coming up. Next up, we got AW1. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, chat? What's going on, Torian?
Doing good.
Hey, at least you had a good. You don't need no aspirin today.
Oh no,
Terrence was curing you. He was annoying you at the same time.
Right.
Or us, I should say.
Yeah, like I said, you know what's so crazy? I think out of all of the people that I do these type of commentaries on, he's the only one I think I always have to give a disclaimer about anything he's about to say, mainly because of his voice. And I forgot who it was in the chat earlier that said, Torian, can you speed this up? I said, well, you saw how fast that second video was going. That was the consequence of that. But I think that's what actually made it even funnier.
Yeah, pretty much. It's funny when he says, he says, check out my book. And then he says, hey, if you want to hold one, let me know. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, for free. That was too funny. That I said, yeah, of course you got to peddle that thing for free because you can't sell it.
And what he was doing, he was probably because since he ran out of roach spray, he was probably beating roaches on his table,
right?
Or beating butter biscuit crumbs out of his book too. You know what I'm saying? Both love them butter biscuits. See, we can make fun of him all day, man. Everything he was doing.
Yeah, he's a. I think out of all of the tap dances that we talk about, he's the one that is so easy to clown. Very easy.
And not to mention, I'm sorry, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
And it's hilarious.
Definitely is. And not to mention, he talking about, stop playing the victim. That's all he do. Let's play the victim.
Right.
And we laugh at him.
Literally like a straight up hypocrite.
They all are. All them fools on that side are. And I'm not talking about all Republicans, conservatives, because I like I told you, I got neighbor that's a Republican. I showed him, he never heard of this fool. He's like, wow. Okay. He just watched, he just went out, I was like, I saw enough. So he ain't no Sambo like that. Like I said, not all liberals or Republicans are bad people, but it's the ones in power that are bad. But yeah, Tori, you keep doing your thing, man. Be one to you in the chat. Stay woke, y'all.
B1. Shout out to AW1 for coming up. Next up, we got Xavier. What's going on?
Hey, brother Torian, B1, my brother, and B1 to the chat. This dude is a clown. I don't know. No one should really take him seriously.
We definitely don't.
Him and the rest of the conservative clown posse really. They don't. I feel like they all have some kind of identity crisis because they spend their entire time trying to disprove the existence of racism, while when they themselves become victims of that saying racism that doesn't exist, they don't know how to react to it because they've spent this whole time telling everyone else that, hey, this thing doesn't exist, and for Terry, it's even sadder because you see all these other white uh, MAGA people making a shit ton of money, and he doesn't seem to be making any of that money himself, and he doesn't get invited to all the cool parties, but he's still out here really like humping the leg of MAGA, trying
Right.
to get Trump.
Proudly
It's
and proudly
pathetic.
with
It is
with no
pathetic.
shame.
Yeah, and I heard you mention that he's a couple years from 40. I'm
Yeah.
almost 40, and I feel like that's a shame on all of us who are almost
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
You need to have more sense of
Yeah,
that.
I think he's I think he's like 38. I think he's like 38.
My God, he's no, he's way too juvenile for that. Like you have to have more sense. I mean, for Christ's sake, you can see the fact that you're trying to claim racism doesn't exist is one thing, but then you see it around you, clear evidence of that racism. The fact that the guy you're worshiping is removing like black people from all the prominent seats in government and removing black contributions to American history, and you still claim racism doesn't exist, then you're either blind or you're damn lying. And that's sad either way. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I'm tired of hearing this guy, and I really do hope his wake up call comes. It couldn't come soon enough, honestly. When it comes, I'll be there laughing.
We all
So
will.
that's all I got, man. Thanks for bringing me up
No
and
problem.
be
Appreciate you
one.
coming up. B1. Shout out to Xavier. And also, before we go any further, let me offer my condolences to Doc Spencer. You know, with what he just said in the chat. Offer my condolences to you and your family and your loved ones. Next up, we got Jacoby. What's going on?
Hey, Torian, how you doing this afternoon or this
I'm doing
evening?
good. I'm doing good.
And in the words of Paul Mooney, wake up, nigga. Oh, his nigga wake up call is coming mighty quick. It's coming mighty, mighty quick. Look at that big ass maggot hat on his forehead. Just cheesing. Just cheesing. I mean, good lord. I mean, gosh, man, if I ever buy any of his pancakes, I'll turn into a coon. My head will start forming into a maggot head. Like, oh no, Lord Jesus, no, God, no, 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 no. And his teeth, nigga, his teeth. Look at his teeth.
He got some sharp teeth.
Reminds me, reminds me to brush my teeth. That's the only thing I said. Damn, he inspires everybody to brush everybody to brush their teeth. Thank you. That's the only inspiration I'm getting out of this is damn nigga, I need to brush my teeth today. That's the only and cheesing too. Nobody's buying that book. Look at your face. Look at the face. I mean, look at it. Just look at the damn hat on every damn thing. I mean, you riding, dying hard for MAGA, harder than any other MAGA I've ever seen, and you want to die on it. I mean, good lord. I mean, Jesus, man. I mean, he's a CN to the hardest, man. He is CN, ride or die CN. I'm like, yeah, but you know, the worst thing than getting a wake up call is when people find you not important anymore,
Exactly.
and that's basically where that's coming down to. He is so irrelevant that it would just be, yeah, we could get this dude his nigga wake up call, but look at his ass. I don't know. Hope he just kind of dies off, and he's just there for amusement. I mean, you know, so. But
Their
other than that,
amusement.
yeah, and you know, we all should pitch in and buy him a Christmas box full of Yusun cream and watch him get them ashy elbows and them feet. I know if his hands are ashy, his feet is ashy. Got just yabba dabba doo feet. So you know, hey, you know, all right, I said my piece. Good night, guys. Be one.
B1. Yeah, like I told you, this was a live full of laughs. KG, I wish you would have caught this live um from the beginning. Like we was in here cracking up at this. Like this was straight up hilarious. All right, next up we got True Royal. What's going on?
How you doing, my king?
I'm doing good.
Well, I went over there and took a good look at him, and I feel like he didn't
Are you sure it was a
already.
good look?
Yeah, well, the best that I could. I mean, it's really hard. He really hard to digest. I feel like he's already got his wake up call because he's full of so much anger, and if you are so successful, you would not display your company like that. You know, you gotta when you have a company, you gotta keep politics out of it. And so when I went over there and checked out his Instagram and all, he got a bunch of terribly photoshopped pictures of him and Donald Trump together. And there was even a video where it's a side by side where he's eating a big old plate of pancakes with the Trump hat on, mega hat on, and while they're arguing with Lewinsky. And I said, he's pandering so hard.
Mm-hmm.
How I look at it, when you see one of ours that sold out, they figure, well, I'll run over here to the MAGA, and maybe he's hoping that somebody will tap Trump on the shoulder and say, hey, bring him along. Look at him. He's out here endorsing you and everything. They're not going to have nothing to do with you. He's already bitter. And then he's dropping lugs and all of that. I mean, you're killing your own company. The so-called book that he called it himself wanting to give out free, he's selling that for $35. Ain't nobody gonna buy that book for
$35 for a book. Nah, see, no,
yeah.
that's
And
crazy.
Then he's selling his autograph for $19. He's trying too damn hard. So I feel like he's already got his wake up call because he's too bitter. And see, when you would do the video and then freeze it, you could see the bitterness coming out of him. You could just see it even more so, and all. And he's not promoting his company.
He's not
in the right fashion as far as I'm concerned. And just to let y'all know, you can, because I do it, I ain't got no shame in my game. You can go to the Dollar Tree, get you some buttermilk pancakes for $1.25. Don't use the water. Use some straight buttermilk. Tastes hella good. Tastes like grandma made it. All right. Nice. I shake to the royal family.
Appreciate you coming up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but Shuvroy is not lying. He be selling his stuff for way too high. I didn't know how much his book cost, but $35 for that book that he kept peddling on here that said, I'll just give it away for free. Now my stance on him, me saying that he can't sell it, it got validated with that, because I did not know that he was selling that book for $35. Are you kidding me? That grift book that I read last year, that I went over and did a review on, probably cost like $20 something, and it was worth every penny. The ISIS papers was less than that and was definitely worth reading. I wish I would pay $35 for something that would be more valuable as a door stopper rather than a book. All right, next up we got Mansa Musa, and I already know what you're about to call him, but I'll let you call him that.
Let me get the vocals right real quick, man. First of all, shout out to the chat, shout out to the family, shout out to Tori. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the vocals right real quick. I'm a meatball on a cloudy day. I said, I'm a meatball. It can go either way. Listen. I said, I want you.
Oh, you cut out.
Well, I'm a meatball. Talking about my ass. I'm a meatball. Ooh. Got the falsetto on the back. You gotta do it just like that. Meatballism to the whole 10th degree. You know what time it is. But $35 for a book to talk about how your forehead expanded when you were born is kind of crazy. But it is what it is. So, the sassy contest between more unmatched than the other.
You were kind of cutting out again when you were talking, so I didn't hear that last part.
Yeah, the sassy contest between Roland and him, they both equally matched, so it don't even matter. One to curse you out for hating the Democrats, the other curse you out for not buying his pancakes, whatever the case may be. He was. And listen, I'm trying to tell people Terry was pushing P, bro. He pushing P. Is it pancakes? No. Paraphernalia? Hell no. Pandering? Yes. Yes. You push pandering all day. And if you can find another P word that's similar to pandering, they'll throw that in there too. But just another case of meatballism in 2025. Everybody just stay on your pivot. That's all. You know what I mean? Keep your head on the swivel for the meatballs. When they come around, you'll see them. Usually head shaped like a meatball with ragu sauce as a hat. So
It's funny you said that about meatballs because there literally is a movie called Sunny with a Chance of Meatballs or something like that.
yeah,
I
cloudy
forgot.
with a chance of meatballs.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that movie is hilarious. But that's not where I got it from. But it is hilarious. Other than that, B1, I'm gonna holla at everybody, man. Meatball season is here. Holla at y'all.
B1. Shout out to Mansa Musa for coming up. And we got one more person that's coming up. And I think that this person is rightfully coming up here. And this is a good person to end on. We got the Pancake Critter.
Pancakes.
We got the Pancake Critter.
Pancakes.
That's a good AI image to describe him, might I add. He might need to use that as a selling point in order to sell them things.
Nah, Elon gonna rob him.
Them pancakes, them things look like frisbees.
Frisbees. Nigga, all right, let me ask you a question. Would you rather eat them pancakes, right? Or would you rather eat Jamaican mac and cheese?
Well, I never had Jamaican mac and cheese, but that does sound appetizing.
Nah, that's what we call doorstop mac and cheese.
Oh.
Yo, fuck this critter. I hate this man. You don't understand how much I hate this man.
We know. Well, I know.
I'm telling you, boy, I'm telling you, when that one day happened and he really get that wake up call, I'm going to Party City, sir.
Is Party City still around?
Oh yeah, they ain't closed yet. There's a couple of them still open. I'm gonna make sure to get my stuff, or we go to Joanne Fabric before they close. I'm gonna find me a party store. I hate this man. But the Pancake Critter out. Shout out to Bag of Medea.
Appreciate you coming up. Okay, shout out to the Pancake Critter, but we got one more person coming up. I thought we was going to be at the end, but I'm glad they re-hit the link because I actually did want to hear from them. Black Voltron, what's going on? Black Voltron, if you are there, your mic is muted. Are you there? If you're speaking, we can't hear you. And your mic is unmuted, but we can't hear you. All right, I don't know what's going on with Black Voltron. Maybe some technical issues, but if he's speaking, we cannot hear him, and his mic is unmuted. Try dropping down and then coming back up. Like drop down and come back up. We can wait. Are you good now? Yeah, I still don't know what's going on. Like even with you being unmuted, there's no sound coming through on your end. Okay. Yeah, just drop down and come back up and see if that works. But while Black Voltron is getting his stuff together, I do want to share something with y'all right quick, just in case y'all didn't see it earlier. In case y'all don't know or didn't see it, right here on my community, I'm still trying to get used to just calling it post because I'm so used to calling it a community tab. I made a post a few hours ago where I basically next month, was being Black Music Month. Where I don't know if it's going to be every day, but maybe most of the days out of the month of June, I'm going to make a poll or make a different poll for every day that's going to have different categories revolving around Black music, Black artistry, and all this, that, and the third from the past and the present under different categories. And people are going to have to vote in those polls. And based on the winners of those polls for that month, at the end of the month, on the last Saturday, rather, of June, which I believe is the 28th, we're going to have a Black Music Month jam session on Rumble, because clearly I can't do it on YouTube because of copyright. So we're gonna do it on YouTube. I already created all of the categories and everything like that, so the polls are pretty much complete. The first poll is going to go up on June 1st, and they're going to run throughout the month. They're going to run from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then when 5 p.m. hits, I'm going to close the poll on the page. Now, it's going to be a link to a website, because on YouTube, you only get 4 options. And with these, I needed more than 4 options. I'm going to tell you something right now. Some of these polls, I've made them to the point where it's going to be, y'all going to be looking at them like, damn, Torian, why'd you make these polls so hard to vote in? Because I wish I could vote more than once, but I'm making it where you can only vote one time. Some of these polls have like 20 choices in them. Because I literally tried to think of different things to put into different categories. Some of them are short polls, but some of them are lengthy. But you'll see what I mean as we go through the month. And like I said, based on the winners, we're going to, I'm gonna just go through, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the music from each of those winners at the end of the month on the last Saturday on Rumble. Sort of like, if y'all remember when I did the Michael Jackson stream, it's gonna be like that, but it's just gonna be straight music. I'll probably have some people come up, be on a panel with me, and y'all can participate. It's gonna be fun. This is something I've been wanting to do. I had in the works probably since late last year, and I was holding it close to the vest for months. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll probably, after we do the sound off Saturday tomorrow, I'm going to remind everyone again. And then when June 1st hits, which is on Sunday, then y'all will see it. Again, the polls will go up on 8 a.m. Eastern time to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that means when 5 p.m. hits, I'm going to go onto the polling website and I'll close it. That means no one else can vote in the poll anymore, no matter how many times you try to click the link. So just make sure that when y'all see it, there it is. And I came up with some good categories. I think I came up with about 20 plus categories. So this is going to be a good one. This is going to be good. All right. So I just wanted to share that. And I think Black Voltron has returned. All right. Are you good now?
I think I am. I can hear you
now,
bro.
Okay, much better. Okay.
Yeah, appreciate it. B1, salute to you. Thank you for bringing me up. And man, that was actually funny, man. That was like a comedy show. I mean,
that's probably the funniest he has ever been.
It has to be, because it's so over the top. It's like, you can't believe it. He's serious. It's like a cross between Jesse Lee Peterson and Clayton Bigsby. So you like, this got to be a Dave Chappelle comedy skit, because there's no way in hell that this dude can be this over the top with the Sambo and Cooning and tap dancing. It's like, oh my God, you got to be putting on a show. But I get it. It's probably gonna be the last time he's gonna be able to grift, all those MAGA, right-wing white supremacists and stuff. So, hey man, if this is how he got to get his money, this is how he got to get his money. He can't come back over here and
he was never over here. He was never over here. Remember how we first got introduced? Remember how we first got introduced to him again? He was eating was it Popeye's chicken? Yeah. And he had the grease all around his mouth. I remember then, and I said, "Oh yeah, this dude is all the way gone." He was never over here. He gonna try to come over here once they get rid of him, but oh nah. That's why we presenting people to him now. That way, if he tries to get in and people don't think that they know about him, they'll be like, "Oh wait a minute, aren't you that guy?" Yep, he is. Shut the door.
He's almost like he's a caricature of himself now. It's like he had to go so over the top just so he can get money from these white folks. It's like he making a fool of himself. So exactly how you said, he can't legitimately come back over here because nobody's gonna take him seriously.
Right.
It's like, what are you gonna do with us? What you gonna tell us? Oh, hey guys, that was just an act. You gonna try to do Omarosa? I was the spook who sat behind the door. Everybody. I was just jiving, nigga. Please, no.
Right. More like a jive turkey. I got to use a throwback term right quick.
I mean, for real, it's like, that's what he looks like. He looks like an Amos and Andy, 2025 Amos and Andy menstrual show, because there's no way you can be that serious, talking about lift yourself up by your bootstraps with them dry ass paper mache pancakes, nigga. Don't nobody want your fucking dry ass pancakes. Know that. Why do I, like you said, why do I need to buy pancakes from you? you ain't doing nothing for the black community. What was,
and he
how would that
said it.
serve our
He literally said it. He said it out of his own mouth. And see, that's why we doing this. We keeping these digital receipts. He literally said it out of his mouth when he says, don't try to call me a sellout because I'm saying I'm not for my people. I am for my people. I'm for everybody, not just black people. He literally, you know what? He literally said the same thing Kamala Harris said.
Exactly.
When she says, I'm not going to do anything that's going to benefit black people. No. What did he say? I'm not just for my people. I'm from everybody. He said the same exact thing she said. That's why I keep telling you, left wing, right wing, conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican, two wings attached to the same buzzard.
Exactly. And, you know, he can be just like Kamala Harris. He's gonna end up just like her. You know, when them white folks get rid of you and break you as a tool and them pancakes and that whack ass book that supposedly you got, what you gonna do then? And as a side note, bro, what's up with them hands, man? It's like, nigga, this nigga was rubbing his hands. I thought
they were so dry, and they were dry. Exactly, they were so dry. He could have did a whole ASMR rubbing them hands together, and people were like, "What is this? Is this like, sandpaper?"
We're gonna take you on a camping trip, and you can just rub your hands together,
and start a fire. Exactly, and start a fire.
Right? Come on, man. It's like, you know, have you heard lotion, or, you know, in your case, 20W50 motor oil with them dry reptilian, you know, hands and stuff? Nigga, don't touch me with them Tyrannosaurus Rex claws and stuff. All I heard was
scaly hands.
Like.
Exactly. Sound like somebody hula hooping.
Right. Nigga, get some lotion. I mean, come on, bro. You know, you're not that far out the black community, I hope. But shea butter, you know, take a bath in some shea butter if you that ashy. Like, Negro, please. But anyway, thank you for bringing me up, Torian. And man, thank you for the laugh, man. That was. If he's a comedian, I would say that's just gonna be as funny as material, and he gonna have to strike while the iron's hot because he got another couple minutes of fame.
Exactly. I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you, sir. B1.
All right, shout out to Black Voltron for coming up, and that is going to round out all of the calls this evening. To answer Brother Man's question, no, there won't be a true crime story this weekend. Like I said, after we did the last 2 weeks because of the error that was on with Rumble, that's the only reason I did back-to-back instead of every other week. So it won't be another True Crime Sunday until the following Sunday, which will be the 8th. So be on the lookout for that. So tomorrow we have 2 update videos, of course, going to be at the regular times, but also tomorrow will be the return of Sound Off Saturday. As y'all know, I couldn't do it last month because I was just returning from my trip, so I didn't have the time to do it. So we will be doing Sound Off Saturday tomorrow, and I know Miss Nisi is going to be very happy about that. So that'll be at 12, like 12:10, like around that time tomorrow noon. So that'll be fun. And shout out to Key Prince, AW1 for being members. Shout out to SD Johnson for the super chat, and also shout out to Doc Spencer, and also condolences to him as well. But shout out to him for the membership that he gave out. He gave out 10 of them. So yeah, that's the agenda for tomorrow, and I'll have the windows up for that after I get off of here. But with that being said, everybody, I hope y'all had a good laugh. I hope y'all were entertained tonight. I think we all were. We all were cracking up. We was laughing our butts off this evening, and I think we all just needed that, and it was at his expense. So I think that's what made it even better. But with that being said, y'all be safe out there. Y'all have a good one. We'll be back on here tomorrow. Be safe, and most importantly, be one.